Yeah, right. Good evening, everyone. In the last session, we completed our discussion related to multi-threading. What is synchronization and what is anonymous implementation? What is inter-thread communication? What is a join method? What is yield method that we discussed. Now, today, first we are going to understand one small topic that is called reflection API. Reflection API. Reflection API available in the Java, which is used to analyze the software itself. In the Java, there are so many predefined classes available. For example, string class is available, and we are having scanner class, and we are having buffered reader. There are several classes are available in the Java. Reflection API is a concept. It is used to analyze our software. Whatever the Java classes we have, we can analyze the Java classes by using reflection API. What is the meaning of reflection generally? A mirror. Reflection is nothing but a mirror image. By using this reflection API, we can analyze, a software can analyze itself by using reflection API. For example, I am having one class called employee class. I'm having a class called employee class. I want to understand what variables available in the class. What are the variables available? What are the methods available? What are the methods available? What are the constructors available? What constructors available in the class? I want to analyze my classes. What are the variables? What variables available in the class? What methods available in the class? What constructors available in the class? I want to analyze. Reflection is a concept to analyze a software to analyze itself. Analysis using reflection API. Using reflection API, we can analyze our Java classes. We can analyze Java classes. Using reflection API, we can get all information about the class. What are the methods available in the class? What are the variables available in the class? What are the fields available in the class? What are the constructors available in the class? Everything we can access by using reflection API. We are using IDE. What is the purpose of using IDE? What is the purpose of using this IDE, guys? Easy to use, easy to develop the programs. Now, let's go to our IDE. If you go for IDE, there is a concept called some auto suggestions. There is a concept called auto suggestions. Now, let us go to one Java class. Let us go to one Java class, demo.java. Demo.java, one class is available. If we go inside this class, we are writing a main method. Let me remove all this code. We are writing a main method. Now, let's write a main method. Main method. Here, if you see, string s is equal to hi. I'm writing one variable with a data type as a string. String s is equal to hi. When I take s dot, what happened? We are getting suggestions. It is giving all the classes available in that, all the methods available in the class, all the variables available in the class. That means internally this IDE is using reflection API. Internally IDE is using reflection API. So using reflection API, we can analyze our Java classes. Reflection API is used to analyze a software. Reflection API is used to analyze the software. All right. Now, employee class, any class. What are the variables available in the class? What are the methods available? What are the constructors available? Using reflection API, we can access all these details. Now, for example, let me take one class called student. Let me take one class called student. Now, I'm taking a class with a name called student. Inside the student class, I'm writing some variables, private int ID, private string name, int ID, string name, and I'm writing public void display, public void display system.out.println hi, and I'm writing public void m1 system.out.println this is m1. Then similarly, I'm writing one more method called public void m2. Public void m2 system.out.println this is m2. Like this, I'm writing this. Private int id, private string name, public void display hi, public void m1. This is m1 method. Public void m2. This is m2 method. In my class, there are two variables available and three methods are available. Okay. Now I have demo class. Using this demo class, I want to understand what are the variables available in the student class. What are the methods available in the student class? I want to access them. In order to analyze a class, we will go for reflection API. Reflection nothing but a mirror image. Reflection nothing but a mirror image. If you want to understand the class information, then you need to load the class into JVM. To load the class into JVM, there is a concept called class.forName. What is the concept available? Class.forName concept is available. Which class we want to load? What is the name of the class? Student. Student class is available directly, or student class available in a package? Student class available in a package. When you want to analyze a class, first you need to load the class into JVM. How to load the class into JVM? By using class.forName. What is the method, sir? Class.forName. Class is a predefined class available. Let me write throws. Let me write throws exception. Throws exception. Class.forName. What is the meaning of a class.forName? What is the meaning of class.forName? It is used to load the class. Now it is available inside a package in.ashokit.student. Student is a class in my program, in my project. Student is one class. This class is available inside a package. Student is a class. It is available inside a package. Now public class demo. Public static void main string arguments throws exception. Class.forName. Class is a predefined class. Where this class is available? It is available in which package, guys? Class. There is a class called class. Available in which package? Java.lang package. Object is one class. Class is also one class. What is this class? Final. What is the meaning of final? We cannot extend. Methods we can't override. Class final means we cannot extend. Class.forName in.ashokit.student. ForName is a static method available in the class. Right. Class.forName. What is the purpose of class.forName? Load one class into JVM. So student is one class. Student class I want to load into JVM to analyze that class. I want to analyze the student class. What are the variables available? What are the methods available? Now let's store that into a variable. What is the return type of the forName method? Class. What is this question mark? This question mark is called generic. This question mark is called as a generic. That means what type of class we are loading. We can specify that. I am loading student class. I'm loading student class. Here remove this object. Class.forName. This is a fully qualified class name. Fully qualified class name nothing but class name along with the package name. When you want to load any class into JVM, you need to use fully qualified class name. After loading this class into the JVM, I got one object belongs to class. Now here we can see class dot get declared fields. What is the method, guys? Class dot get declared fields. This method is going to return field array. What is the return type, guys? Field array. Field is one class which is available in java.lang.reflect package. So that means we are loading the class into JVM to analyze the class. This concept is called as reflection API. What is the purpose of reflection API? Using reflection API, we can analyze our Java classes. Reflection API is used to analyze the software. We can get what are the variables available in the class. We can get what are the methods available in the class. We can get what are the constructors available in the class by using reflection API. In order to analyze a class, first we need to load the class into JVM. To load the class into JVM, we are going for class dot for name. Class dot for name in dot ashok it dot student. It is giving class object. Class dot get to declared fields. What it is giving? Field array. It is a array. How to iterate the array? For each loop or for loop we can use. Let me go for each loop. Field f colon fields. Can I write like this? Fields field f is equal field f colon field. That means from this fields array, get each field and store into f variable. Then system dot out dot println f dot get name. F dot get name. What is my program is doing? It is loading student class into JVM. On that student class, we are calling get declared fields. It is getting field array. I am trying to loop that field array. Each field I am storing into f variable, f dot get name. Then run the program. Run the program. ID name. What is that ID and name? ID and name are the variables available in the student class. This is reflection API program. What I am doing by using reflection API, I am getting the fields available in the another class. Okay. Similarly, can we get all the methods available in the class? Can we get all the methods available in the class? How can we get all the methods available in the class? Same format. Get declared methods. Get declared methods. What is the return type of that? Method array. It is giving method array. Can we get the names of the methods? Can we get the names of the methods? How can we get that? For method m colon methods. Method m colon methods. System dot out dot println m dot get name. M dot get name. All right. Now let's go for this. What are this? Display is one method. M1 is one method. M2 is one method. Here I am getting variable names. Here I am getting method names. Similarly, let us see what else we can get by using this class object. Class dot get declared constructors. Get declared constructors. What is the return type? Constructor array. So when you go for get declared fields, it is giving field array. When you call get declared methods, it is giving method array. When I call get declared constructors, it is giving constructor array. It is giving constructor array. Perfect. Now let's iterate that. Constructor C colon constructors. Constructor C colon constructors. Now let's get that. System dot out dot println C dot get name. What is the name of the constructor? Constructor name will be same as the class name. Constructor name will be same as a class name. How many constructors available in the student class? How many constructors available in the student class? Default constructor. We are not writing any constructor, then JVM will add one constructor by default. That constructor is called as default constructor. We are not writing any constructor. JVM will write one constructor. That constructor is called as default constructor. So what I have done by using class.forName, by using class.forName, I have loaded the class into JVM. So once this class is loaded, I'm calling get declared fields. What is the meaning of get declared fields? Getting all the variables available in the class. What is the purpose of get declared methods? I'm getting all the methods of the class. What is the purpose of get declared constructors? Getting all the constructors of the class. Now do you understand, whenever you keep dot, how IDE is giving all the methods of the class? How IDE will understand what are the methods available in the class? IDE is implemented based on reflection API. Our IDE is also a Java project. Whenever you create an object, for example, if you do like this, string s is equal to some value hi, string s is equal to hi, then when you keep s dot, it is displaying the methods. How it is getting the methods? Internally, IDE is loading our classes, giving the methods of the classes and methods of the variables. Similarly, can we get all the variables of the class, all the methods of the class? Yes, by using reflection API. Say this, class.forName. What is the purpose of class.forName? Class.forName is used to load the class into JVM. Class.get declared fields. It is giving all the fields which are available in the class. Class.declared methods. It is giving all the methods available in the class. Class.get declared constructor, giving all the constructors available in the class. So using reflection API, we are able to get all that information. Internally, our IDEs are implemented based on reflection API only. Whenever you are trying to load the class into JVM, you need to use fully qualified class name. What is the meaning of fully qualified class name? Class name along with the package name is called as fully qualified class name. Class name along with the package name is called as fully qualified class name. Perfect. Now, guys, in the Java, we discussed about OOPS concepts. All right. What is private? What is a private modifier? Simple example. Now, let's delete this private, or else let me take private int age. Okay. Public void get age. Public void get age. System.out.println age. Public class student, private int age, public void get age, system.out.println of age. I'm trying to print the age. What is the age with data type? Int. What is the modifier? Private. Can I access this variable outside? Can I set the value to this variable outside? No. Now let's go to here. Now let me create the object for student class. Student s is equal to new student. Student s is equal to new student. Then s dot get age. If I execute this program, what is the output I will get? Y0. I have not initialized the age variable. Age is a instance variable. Whenever object is created, memory will be allocated for the instance variable. So age variable initialized with the 0 default value. Now, can I set the s dot age is equal to 30? Can I set like this? No. Why? Age is a private variable. What is the meaning of a private variable? Private variables cannot be accessed outside of the class. Private variables cannot be accessed outside of the class. In the Java, as per OOPS principle, private means we can access only within the class. Private variables cannot be accessed outside. Private variables cannot be accessed outside. But by using reflection API, we can access private variables outside the class also. Are you guys getting my point? What is the meaning of reflection API? What is the meaning of reflection API? To analyze a class, to analyze a software, we are going for reflection API. In the interview, they may ask like this. In the interview, they may ask like this. Can you access private variables outside of the class? Yes is correct. No is also correct. Yes or no? Can you access private variables outside of the class? Some people will say no. Yes, private means within the class only we can access. Some people will say yes, that is also correct. When they say yes, how it is correct? Using reflection API. Using reflection API, we can access private variables also outside the class. Are you guys getting my point? Now, let us see how to access the variables outside the class, even though it is a private. Fine. I want to load the class into JVM. Without creating the object, I want to load the class. Into JVM without creating the object by using class dot for name. By using class dot for name. By using class dot for name. By using class dot for name, we can load the class into JVM. Tell me the syntax. Class dot for name. Class dot for name. Here, what is the class name? Student. Should I give the class name directly or fully qualified class name? Suppose, for example, if I don't give that, I'm just giving class dot for name of student. Run this program. What happened? Java.lang.class not found exception. Which class it is not able to found? It is not able to found student class. It is not able to found student class. Class dot for name of student. Why it is not able to find that? Class is available inside a package. We need to specify the package name. In dot ashok it dot student. Run the program. Yes, class is loaded successfully. Program got terminated. After loading the class, there is nothing to execute. Class loaded successfully and our program got terminated. Perfect. Class dot for name in dot ashok it dot student. Perfect. What is the return type of this? Class object. What is the return type of this? Class object. Right. Let us take as a class. Now, by using this object, can I get the variables of this class? What is the method available? Class dot get declared fields. Class dot get declared fields. There are two methods available. Can you read those two methods, guys? One is get to declared field. Do you want to load particular field? Do you want to load particular field? Pass the field name as a parameter. Do you want to load all the fields? Go for second method. Get to declared field available. Get to declared fields available. What is the difference? Hello, sir. Why are you chatting, man? See here. There are two methods available. Get to declared field method available. Get to declared fields method available. What is the difference between get to declared field and get to declared fields? Get to declared field and get to declared fields. Field is used to load particular field. Fields is used to load all the fields. I want to load private variable. What is the field name? Age. What is the field name? Age. Pass the field name as a parameter. Class dot get declared field. I'm passing age. Class dot get declared field of age. Now say this. I got that field. I got that field. That field is a private field. Field, variable, property, all three are same. Field, property, everything is same. Class dot get to declared field. That is nothing but I'm loading the field. Now here I'm doing field dot set accessible true. What is the meaning of that? Boss, please allow me to access that variable. That is the meaning of this method. Class dot get to declared field. I'm passing the field name, then I got the field object. Field dot to set accessible to true. That means making private variable accessible outside also. All right. Once I got this, I want to set the data to the variable. I want to set the data to the variable. In order to set the data to the variable, field dot set that class object and value it is expecting. Field dot set accessible, field dot set. Here set accessible making variable access outside. Making variable accessible outside of the class. Outside of the class. Here I want to set value to field. Set value to field. What is the value? I want to store 35. I want to store 35 as a value. In the age variable, I want to set the value as a 35. Am I setting the value directly for the variable? I'm setting by using reflection API. I'm setting the value by using reflection API. Set method is expecting a object. Which class object? In which class that variable is available, that class object it is expecting. Do you know how to create the object? Class dot new instance. Can we get the class dot new instance obj like this? Yes or no? Yes, we got this obj. That's it. Field dot setup. Field dot setup. What is the meaning of field dot set? Set the value to the variable using that class object. Now I need to call this method. What is this method? Public method. This method is a public method. Now let us typecast it. Student s is equal to student of obj. Student s is equal to student of obj. S dot get age. S dot get age. Run this program. Age coming as 35. What is the variable? What is the variable? Private. Am I doing any initialization for the variable? No, this is a private variable and this is a instance variable. What is the meaning of instance variable? What is the meaning of instance variable? The variable which is declared inside the class, outside the method is called as a instance variable. When the memory will be allocated for the instance variable, whenever we create the object for a class, then memory will be allocated for the instance variable. Private variable means, as per our OOPS concepts, private variables means we can access only within the class. But now if you see in my program, class dot for name, I'm loading the class into JVM and I'm creating the object for the class which is loaded. How many ways we can create object for a class? New operator, new instance, clone, deserialization. Deserialization, na? What is the meaning of deserialization? Converting the file data to object. We will get the object only, right? So how many ways we can create the object in the Java now? There are 4 ways available to create the object for a class in the Java. What are those 4 ways? One is by using new operator. Second one is by using new instance method. Third one is by using clone method. Fourth one is by using deserialization. There are 4 ways to create the object for a class. Perfect. Now, here I am loading the class into JVM by using class.forName. Class.new instance, I created the object. Let me write the comments also. Loading class into JVM. Loading the class into JVM. What is this? Creating object for the loaded class. Creating the object for the loaded class. What is this get declared field? Getting the field. Getting the field whose name is age. Getting the field whose name is age. Then what I am trying to do here? Making the variable accessible outside of the class also. Field dot set accessible to true. What is the meaning of field dot set accessible to true? That variable can be accessed outside also. That variable can be accessed outside also. What is the meaning of field dot set? Setting the value to the variable by using object of the class. Then I am typecasting the object, superclass object I am typecasting to subclass. S dot get age. When I call get age, what happened? Age is printing. Why age printing as 35? Here I am storing that value. So am I able to set the value to the private variable from outside of the class? Yes. Now private variables can be accessed within the class as well as outside the class also. Can we access the private variables outside of the class directly? No. How can we access private variables outside of the class? By using reflection API. That means reflection API not giving the respect for OOPS principles. This is not recommended. We don't write this kind of code in the programming. We are just understanding how Java IDEs are implemented. Java IDEs are implemented by using reflection API. Are you able to follow this? Right. We don't write this code in the project. We don't write this code in the project. But why we are discussing? Knowledge for interview purpose. In the interview, they will ask you, can we access private variables outside of the class also? Then you need to ask that, you need to tell that person, boss, as per OOPS, we cannot access. But if you want me to access, I will do it by using reflection API. Some people will get surprised because they also don't know. Yes or no? So what faculties will teach? Private we cannot access outside. If you refer any textbook related to Java, they will mention only this point. Private variables can be accessed only within the class. We cannot access outside the class. That means they don't have complete knowledge on the reflection API. If you know reflection API, yes, we are able to access private variables outside of the class also. We are able to initialize them and we can access them also. That's my point. Similarly, can we access private methods outside? Yes, by using reflection API. By using reflection API, yes. Yes, secured. Right. How to access private variables outside of the class? Most of the people will not teach this concept because of this kind of confusions. Right. Accessing private variable outside of the class using reflection API. So where reflection APIs will be used to analyze a software. Now, simple. Let's remove these things, guys. Now we understood how to access private variable outside of the class also by using reflection API. Similarly, can we call a method? Can we call a method without creating the object directly? Student class is available now. student class is available, there is a variable, and there is a method. This is maybe a public method or maybe a private method. Now let's go for class dot for name. What is the meaning of class dot for name? In dot Ashok ID dot student. What is the return type of this? It is going to give class object. Any variable name can be anything. Class object. Now class dot get declared. There are two methods available. Get declared method available, get declared methods available. What is the meaning of get declared methods? Get declared methods means it will give all the methods which are available in the class. What is the meaning of get declared method? Particular method. Get declared method. Now what is my method name? What is my method name? Get age. My method name is get age. Do I have any parameters for the method? Do I have any parameters for the method? If the method is having any parameter, you need to specify the parameter. My method does not have any parameter. What it is returning now? What it is returning? What is the return type of the get declared method? Get public void get age is the method. Class dot get declared method. Class does not exactly match the variable parameter. To confirm non-varchar invocation, pass the type class for a varchar invocation. Class dot get declared method. What is the return type of this? What is the return type of this? Get declared field. Field is the object. Get declared method. Method object. Now here we have a method called method dot invoke. What is that? Method dot invoke object comma args. What is the meaning of object? Class dot new instance. It is giving the object comma args. It is expecting args. What are the args? What do we have any arguments to pass for that method? We don't have any arguments to pass for that method. Run this program. Am I able to access one class method in the another class by using reflection API? How I am accessing that by using reflection API? By using class dot for name, by using get declared method, by using class dot for name, I am loading the class. Once the class is loaded, I'm getting the method by using get declared method. Once I got the method, for the class which I have loaded, I'm creating the object by using new instance. Once I got the object, method dot invoke, which is used to call the method by using reflection API. Our main method is executing by the JVM like this only. So who is calling our main method? Are we calling the main method or JVM calling the main method? JVM is calling the main method. How JVM is calling our main method? How JVM is calling our main method? Using reflection API. JVM will load our class by using class loaders. By using class loaders, JVM will load our class into its memory. After loading that, it will check for the main method. Then it will create the object by using new instance. Then method dot invoke. It is going to invoke get age method. What is the proof to say that get age method is invoked? Here, if this method is called, then age will be printed, right? Suppose if I initialize this variable as a 20, now I'm going to call main method age 20. That means this method is executing or not? This method is executing. What is the proof to say that this method is executing? Output 20 is printing. Am I calling the method directly or I am invoking the method? I am invoking. Calling is different, invoking is different. Calling means create the object and call the method. Am I calling the method? I am telling to reflection API to invoke the method. I'm telling to reflection API to invoke the method. Able to understand this? Perfect. So invoking the method of one class in the another class by using reflection API. Invoking the method using reflection API. So in the student class, we are having getAge method. In the student class, we can write some method called getAge method, and that method we are invoking by using reflection API. Sir, where we will use that in the real-time project? Where we will use? Are we going to use? No. It is learning purpose. Okay? Syllabus and interview. Mainly for interview purpose. So with this, we understood what is reflection API. Can you guys tell me what is reflection API? It is used to analyze a software. If you want to analyze any software or any program, first you need to load that program into JVM. So how to load that program into JVM? By using class.forName. By using class.forName. In the interview, they will ask one question. What is the difference between class not found exception and no class def exception? Like that, there are two types of exceptions are available. Let me show you that. Here guys, if I give wrong name, I'm going to run this program. What exception I'm getting? I'm getting class not found exception. I'm getting class not found exception. Okay. Let me go for our workspace. I want to show you one program in the command prompt. Let me delete this. I'm going to create one Java class, new text document. I'm taking one class with a name called employee.java. I'm taking one class called employee.java. Public class employee. I'm not writing anything. Just I have taken a class with a name called public class employee. Close this. Now let me create one more Java class, new text document, main.java. I'm taking one class with a name called main.java. Now public class main. Inside this I'm writing public static void main string arguments. Here I will create object for employee class. Employee is equal to new employee. That's it. I'm going to create the object for employee class in the main class. That's it. Okay, let's close this. Now I want to compile main class. When I compile the main class, employee class will compile or employee class will not compile. Employee class will compile or employee class will not compile. I am going to compile main class. When I compile the main class, employee class will compile or will not compile? Will compile. Why it will compile? Yes, main class is referring to employee class. Java C main dot Java. Java C main dot Java. Can you see how many dot class files created? 2 dot class files got created. Suppose if I execute Java space main like this. Yeah, let's try this. What happened now? Could not find or load main class called main. It is searching for a class which is having main, m lowercase. Is it available? No. Now, if I go for Java space main, yes, available. No output. Just we created the object, but there is no output. But observe here, guys, for employee, when I compile employee.java file, when I compile main.java file, employee class available, it is having dot class file. Okay. After this, I am going to run main program. When I run the main program, How many classes will be loaded into JVM? 2 classes. What are the 2 classes? One is main class, another one is employee class. For example, I have deleted employee.class. I have deleted employee.class. Compilation already completed. Main.class file is created. Employee.class file is also created. Now I am going to run Java space main. What happened now? No class def found error. This is an interview question. What is the difference between class not found exception, no class def found error? When we are getting class not found exception, when we are getting no class def found error? Yes. When we are trying to load the class by using class dot for name, if the class name is wrong, if the class is not available, then we will get class not found exception. When we will get no class def found error, class is available at the time of compilation, but the class is not available at the runtime, then we will get the no class def found error. That is one interview question for the freshers. What is the difference between class not found exception and no class def found error? What is the difference between class not found exception and no class def found error? Okay, if we give wrong class name, if we give wrong class name in class dot for name, if we give wrong class name in class dot for name, then we will get class not found exception. If we give wrong class name in class dot for name, then we will get class not found exception. When we will get no class def found error, no class def found error will occur if JVM not able to find the class, not able to find the dot class file to load the class. Understand my point? So when you will get class not found exception and when you will get no class def found error, class not found exception will come if we give the wrong class name in the class dot for name. When you will get no class def found error, if the JVM is not able to find, if JVM not able to, no class def found error will occur if JVM not able to find dot class file to load dot class file of particular class to load. If JVM not able to find a dot class file of a particular class to load, then we will get the no class def found error. It is famous interview question. Class not found exception, no class def found error. Can you tell me when we will get class not found exception? If you give the wrong name in the class dot for name, then we will get class not found exception. When we will get no class def found error? When the JVM is not able to find the dot class file for a particular class. If a class loader is not able to find the dot class file for a particular class, then we will get no class def found error. No class def found error. Perfect. Good. So with this we understood what is reflection API. Next, the topic is very interesting topic and important topic, garbage collection. What is the meaning of garbage collection? Cleaning the normal. What is the meaning of garbage collection? Cleaning, साफ करना. Huh? All right, guys. Now let's observe. This is, as a Java programmer, it is important to understand what is garbage collection. In the initial days, in the first 1 week of our course, we discussed that JVM architecture. What is that JVM architecture? JVM is responsible for program execution. JVM is responsible for memory management. In the C and C++, programmer is responsible to allocate the memory and deallocate the memory. But in the Java, Java is a robust programming language because Java will take care of memory management. What is the garbage collection? Garbage collection is the process of removing unused objects from the JVM, right? Garbage collection. Garbage collection is the process of removing unused or unreferenced objects from JVM heap area. Garbage collection is the process of removing unused or unreferenced objects from the JVM's heap area. In the Java, garbage collection is inbuilt process. JVM is responsible for allocating the memory for the objects. Garbage collector is deallocating the memory of the objects. So both processes will be taken care by Java only. As a programmer, you no need to deal with that. If you create the object, JVM will allocate the memory. Whenever the object is unreferenced, JVM is going to start the garbage collector. That garbage collector is going to deallocate the memory. Garbage collection is the process of removing unused or unreferenced objects from JVM heap area. Garbage collection is an inbuilt process in JVM. Garbage collection is an inbuilt process in JVM. So garbage collection will done by garbage collector. There is a concept called garbage collector. In JVM, garbage collectors available. In JVM, garbage collectors available to perform garbage collection. Garbage collector is a daemon thread. What is that? Garbage collector is a daemon thread. What is the meaning of a daemon thread? Runs in background. All right. Now let us go for our program. Student. Okay, I'm going for a program called student. All right. Now here in this, I am writing a main method. Inside this, I'm creating object student s is equal to new student. Student s is equal to new student. Now here I am making s is equal to null. S is equal to null. So now here I'm saying that garbage collection is the process of removing unused or unreferenced objects from the JVM heap area. Sir, what is the meaning of unused object, or what is the meaning of unreferenced object? What is the meaning of unused object? What is the meaning of unreferenced object? Right? Here we are creating object. Okay, in the Java, JVM will be available. When I am going to write one line of code like this, student S1 is equal to new student. Student S1 is equal to new student. What is the meaning of this? Object creation. In the JVM heap area, object will be created that object will point to one reference variable called S1. That is called memory allocation. This object is having a reference. S1 is a reference of this object. This object is occupying some memory in the JVM heap area. Whenever you create the object for a class, memory will be allocated for the object in the JVM, and that object is having a reference. That object is having a reference. Now, when the JVM is running, that means my program is running, JVM is executing. When the JVM is executing, at some point of time, we don't know when it is going to happen. At some point of time, garbage collector will start. This is our JVM. Inside the JVM, heap area is available. Inside the JVM, heap area is available. Inside the heap area, object will be stored. Now, when my program is started, I am executing student S is equal to new student, or S1 is equal to new student. Okay, object is created, memory is allocated, my program is executing. After some time, garbage collection is going to start. What is that? Garbage collector will start. Sir, when garbage collector will start? I don't know. When garbage collector will start? I don't know. Why? Garbage collector is a daemon thread. Garbage collector is a daemon thread. Garbage collector is assistant for the JVM. Garbage collector is assistant for the JVM. JVM is responsible to allocate the memory. Garbage collector is responsible for deallocate the memory. Getting my point? So when that garbage collector should start, that depends upon JVM's mood. We don't know. We don't know that. Can I call the garbage collector? Can I call the garbage collector? There are some methods available in the Java to call the garbage collector, but there is no guarantee that garbage collector will come or will not come, because garbage collector completely manages by JVM only. But if you want, you can request the JVM, hey JVM, please start the garbage collector. You can tell to JVM, but whether it will start the JVM or it will not start the JVM depends upon the JVM functionality. Okay guys, sir, how to call the garbage collector? In the Java system class available, system.out.println. Similarly, there is a method called system.gc. GC nothing but garbage collection. System.gc is the method. Let's run our program. Anything happening? Can you say anything on this? Program started, program terminated. Okay. Whenever we discussed about object class, we discussed about one method called finalize method. What is the meaning of a finalize method? Do you remember object class? Forgot, huh? We discussed about object class, right? What is object class? Object class is a super class for all the classes in the JVM. How many methods available in the object class? How many methods available? There are 11 methods available in the object class. Can you tell me what are those methods? Get class, get name, clone, toString, hash code, equals, wait, notify, all. What about finalize? Is it available in the object class or not? Finalize method is also available in the object class. What is the purpose of a finalize method? Let's read that. Go to JSE API. Let's go to JSE API. Java.lang package. java.lang package कहाँ गया भाई? हाँ, go to a class called object. हाँ, what is the meaning of finalize? Read that. Read that. What is the purpose of finalize method? Finalize method will be called by the garbage collector when it determines an object is eligible for garbage collection. So garbage collector will come. It will identify any object is unreferenced. What is unreferenced? We'll talk about that. Garbage collector will come in the JVM. JVM will call the garbage collector at some point of time. Then garbage collector will come. Garbage collector will identify, is there any object which is eligible for garbage collection? Is there any object which is eligible for garbage collection? If there is any object which is eligible for garbage collection is going to kill that object. That means it is going to clean that object. Before cleaning that object, garbage collector will call finalize method. Garbage collector will call finalize method. Let us see here. I'm going to override finalize method system.out.println finalize method called finalize called protected void finalize system.out.println finalize called. Now here I created the object for the student, then I'm calling system.gc. Run this program. Any output? Is that method called? Why not called? System.gc I called. Why this finalize is not called? Simple, understand. My program is started from main method. My program is started from main method. In this main method, what I have done? Created a object. What is the meaning of creating the object? Memory allocation. So for the student class, one object is created and allocated the memory in the heap area. That object is having a reference called S1. S1 is a variable which is pointing to student class object. S1 is a variable which is pointing to student class object. Are you clear? Good. After that, here I am calling system.gc. What is the meaning of system.gc? I am not calling the garbage collector. I am telling to JVM to call the garbage collector. Right? System.gc means I am giving the information to JVM. Hey JVM, could you please start garbage collector? JVM may start or may not start, that we don't know. Right? When for example, assume that when I call system.gc, what will happen? Garbage collector will start. Garbage collector will come immediately. Garbage collector will check in the heap area. Is there any object which does not have a reference? How many objects available in the heap? Only one object available. Does that object having a reference or not? Yes, it is having a reference. That means this object is eligible for the garbage collection, or this object is not eligible for garbage collection. This object is not eligible for the garbage collection. That is the reason garbage collector has not done anything. Immediately my main method terminated. So when I call the system.gc, this object is not eligible for garbage collector because that object is having a reference. That object is having a reference. For example, if I do S1 is equal to null. If I do S1 is equal to null, what is the meaning of that? I am removing link between the S1 and object. I'm removing the link between S1 and object. Can I say this object is a unreferenced object now? Can I say this object is an unreferenced object? Yes, I am nullifying the object. What I am doing, guys? I am nullifying the object. Sir, why are you storing null value? If I store the null value, that object is eligible for the garbage collection. I created my object. I will use my object. Once that object work is completed, I want to make sure that object uska kam ho gaya. I created the object. That object work is completed. After completing the work of that object, I am nullifying the object. Nullifying the object means making the object as unreferenced object. S1 is equal to null value. When I store the null value in the S1, object is nullified. Object is nullified. Object is nullified means that object is eligible for garbage collector. Now this time finalize method is called. Earlier finalize method is not called. This time finalize method is called. When I store S1 is equal to null, this object is becoming nullified object, unreferenced object. Then I called system.gc. What is the meaning of system.gc? Garbage collector will start. Garbage collector will start. When the garbage collector started, it will check in the heap area. Is there any unreferenced object available? Yes, S1 is a unreferenced object. When S1 is a unreferenced object, that object is eligible for garbage collector. Unreferenced objects are put for the garbage collector. Hey, you are unreferenced, I will kill you. You are unreferenced object, I will kill you. So whenever our program is executing, garbage collector will start. Garbage collector will directly go to heap area. In the heap area, garbage collector will check unreferenced objects. If any object is unreferenced in the garbage collector, then garbage collector will give final chance for the object by calling finalize method. Boss, आपका काम हो गया. I am going to kill you. Do you have any last wish? Do you have any? Simple. I already told you this example. If any court is hanging a person, directly they will hang? No. What they will tell? Boss, tomorrow is your final day. Tomorrow is your final day. We are going to hang you. Do you have any last wish? Yes, मुझे हैदराबाद का पैराडाइज बिरयानी चाहिए. Yes or no? Yes or no? Once upon a time. Right, generally. So whenever a court is going to hang a person, that court will give last chance for the person. Similarly, whenever garbage collectors start in the JVM, garbage collector will go to heap area. Garbage collector will identify unreferenced object. Garbage collector will identify unreferenced object. When there is a unreferenced object in the heap area, then what garbage collector will do? It will call the finalize method and it is going to remove the object. That is called garbage collection. How to make object is eligible for the garbage collection? By making the object nullify. By making the object nullify. When you nullify the object, that means when you store null value in the object, that object is eligible for the garbage collection. All right. Execute this program. Finalize method got called. Student S1 is equal to new student. Here object created. What I have done here? Object created. Here I am nullifying. What is the meaning of nullifying? Making obj eligible for GC. Making my object is eligible for GC. Whenever GC starts, it will identify S1 object is unreferenced object. We can kill that object. We can remove that object from the JVM. When it is removing that object from the JVM, garbage collector will call finalize method. Garbage collector will call finalize method. Perfect. So tell me, what is a garbage collection? What is garbage collection? Garbage collection is the process of removing unused or unreferenced objects from JVM heap area. Garbage collection is an inbuilt process in JVM. In JVM, garbage collector available to perform garbage collection. Garbage collector is a daemon thread which runs in the object. So how to make object eligible for garbage collector? By nullifying the object. We can make an object as unreferenced by using null value. All right. This is the program. When we assign S1 is equal to null, then S1 become unreferenced object. S1 become unreferenced object and it is eligible for GC. Eligible for GC. When GC identify unreferenced object, it will call the finalize method and it will terminate the object. When GC identify unreferenced object, then it will call finalize method. It will call finalize method and it will remove that object from heap area. That is called memory cleanup activity. It is going to remove that object from the heap area. That is called memory cleanup activity. All right. Next one. How garbage collector works internally. What is the internal process of the garbage collector? How GC works internally in JVM. How GC works internally in the JVM. How to invoke the garbage collector? How to invoke the garbage collector? We can invoke the garbage collector by calling system.gc, and there is another approach also available, runtime.get runtime.gc. This is also another approach. There are two ways to invoke garbage collector. One is by using system.gc, another one is runtime.get runtime.gc. Anything is fine. GC method is available in the system class and it is available in the runtime class also. Yes. 2 times finalize method is called? No. Only one time it is calling, that object will be removed, right? When the second time you call the garbage collector, already S1 is removed. It is not available there. Okay, good. How to invoke garbage collector? How to invoke GC in Java? In two ways we can invoke the GC in the Java. But is there any guarantee? Is there any guarantee that when I call system.gc garbage collector will come? There is no guarantee. Who will control that garbage collector? JVM. In Java, we have two ways. In Java, we have two ways to invoke GC. What are those two ways? System.gc and runtime.get runtime.gc. Remember, even if we call the above methods, there is no guarantee that garbage collector will start immediately. Even if we call above methods, there is no guarantee. There is no guarantee that JVM will start GC immediately. In Java we have two ways to invoke GC. One is by using system.gc, another one is by using runtime.get runtime.gc. Even if we call above methods, there is no guarantee that JVM will start garbage collector immediately. Garbage collector will be completely managed by JVM. GC execution process will be managed by JVM only. GC process will be managed by JVM only. Now, how garbage collection works internally in the JVM. Garbage collection works in below phases. Garbage collection works in below phases. First one is stop the vault. First one is stop the vault. Second one is marking. Third one is sweeping. Fourth one is compaction. Okay, so here whenever garbage collection starts in the JVM, what is going to happen internally? In the garbage collection in the Java, JVM is responsible for program execution. JVM is responsible for memory allocation, memory deallocation. To deallocate the memory, JVM having one assistant. Who is that assistant? Garbage collector. Garbage collector will act as a assistant for the JVM. Who will control that assistant? Suppose simple example, I have one PA, personal assistant. That PA will listen my words. That PA will listen your words. He is my assistant. He will listen my words. Garbage collector is our assistant. Garbage collector is JVM assistant. JVM assistant. So if I call system.gc, will it come immediately? If I call system.gc, will it come immediately? Will not come, because GC is the assistant for the JVM. JVM will tell when to start garbage collection, when it should not do the garbage collection. That garbage collection will be managed completely by the JVM. But as a programmer, we can request, hey, system.gc, please start the garbage collection. Who will control that? JVM. If JVM is free, then it will accept our request. It will start the garbage collection, or after some time, it will start the garbage collection. Sir, if garbage collection managing by the JVM, why those methods are available? Then what is the use of those methods? Just to request. Now, how this GC working internally in the JVM? GC working in 4 pages, guys. GC working in 4 pages. What are the 4 pages? Stop the vault. Second one is marking. Third one is sweeping. Fourth one is compaction. Sir, what is this stop the vault? What is the marking? What is the sweeping? What is compaction? All right. Now let's take one heap area. Assume that this is my heap area. In this heap area, these are objects. Assume that these are memory locations. These are memory locations. Objects are created in the heap area. These are the objects. Now, whenever GC starts, assume that this is GC. GC will act only on the heap area. This is my heap area. So whenever garbage collect, observe carefully, guys, very important discussion. Garbage collection is used to remove unused objects or unreferenced objects from the JVM. What is the meaning of unreferenced object? Nullifying. What is the meaning of nullifying? What is the meaning of nullifying? Making the object eligible for garbage collector. Nullifying nothing but making the object eligible for garbage collector. Whenever object is eligible for the garbage collector will remove that object by calling finalize method. Where is that finalize method available? That finalize method is available in the object class. Available in the object class. Now see, what will happen internally when the garbage collection started? Okay, the first thing, whenever the garbage collection process is started, it will trigger one event called stop the vault. It will trigger one event called stop the vault. This is first stage. This is first stage. What is the meaning of stop the world? Stop the world means all the threads which are running in the JVM will stop for fraction of milliseconds. We don't even experience that. Fraction of milliseconds, all the threads which are running in the JVM will be stopped because superhero entered. Who is that superhero? Garbage collector. Hey, I came, just stop it. I came here, just stop it. Whatever the threads you are executing in the JVM, hold on for a minute. Hold on for a millisecond because I am a cleaner. I am a cleaner. I came for cleaning. Simple example, you are staying in hostels. Okay? In a hostel, room cleaning activity will be there, right? When the room cleaning activity person came, what they will tell? Bhai bahar jao, मैं थोड़ा clean करना है. Yes or no? Is the thing happening in your hostel or not? So in your hostel rooms, daily that cleaning boy will come. When he, sometimes, whenever that cleaning boy comes into your hostel room, what they will tell? Go outside for 5 minutes. I will clean, then you can come back. So that means why that person is asking to go outside? So that he will have proper environment to clean the room. Similarly, in my JVM, so many threads are running. So many threads are running in the JVM. Garbage collector came. वो confuse हो जाएगा. There are so many threads running in the JVM. I don't know which thread to delete. I don't know which object to remove. That's why whenever garbage collector comes into the picture, it will trigger one event. Stop the world. What is the meaning of stop the world? All the threads which are executing in the JVM will be stopped for some time that we don't even experience because we don't know when the garbage collector is coming, when the garbage collector is going. We cannot see with our eyes. It is a thread. That too, it is a daemon thread. What is the meaning of daemon thread? Daemon thread, nothing but it is a background process. Whenever garbage collection comes, it will trigger one event called stop the world. What is the meaning of stop the world? All the threads which are running in the JVM will be stopped for some time. All the threads which are running in the JVM will be stopped for some time. When all the threads stopped for some time in the JVM with the stop the world, then immediately that garbage collector will start marking. Garbage collector will start marking. What is the meaning of a marking? It is going to each and every object. Hey, do you have a reference? Yes, boss, I have a reference. Okay, I'm leaving you. Hey, second object, do you have a reference? No, boss, I don't have a reference. I got it. You don't have a reference, then mark it. Then go to third object. Hey, do you have a reference? Yes, boss, I have a reference. Okay, I will leave you. Then go to next object. That object does not have any reference. Like this, it is going to identify the objects which does not have any references. That is called marking. That means which objects does not have the reference, those objects are marked. Marked means they are eligible to remove. They are eligible for cleanup. Like this, that garbage collector, whenever the garbage collector comes, stop the world. All the threads will stop. Immediately, garbage collector will scan the heap area. When it scans that heap area, it is going to check with each and every object which object is having a reference, which object does not have a reference. There are 6 objects available. Out of the 6, 3 objects are having the references, 3 objects does not have the reference. Which objects does not have the reference, those objects are marked. Why they marked? Eligible. These are the food for the garbage collection. These are the objects does not have a reference. Marking is completed. Once a marking is completed, immediately that garbage collector will start Sweeping. Sweeping nothing but cleaning. Which objects are marked for the garbage collection? Then garbage collector is going to sweep those objects. Remove this object. Remove this object. Remove this object. So total 6 objects are there in the JVM. 3 objects are having the reference. 3 objects does not have the reference. How it identified? It checked with each and every object. It marked which objects does not have the references. Once the marking is completed, then JVM is going to perform sweeping. What is the meaning of sweeping? Cleaning. Whatever the objects are marked for the deletion, those objects will be swept by calling finalize method. Once it calls that sweeping process, these objects are removed. When these objects are removed, some memory holes will be created. Earlier, there is some object available here. Now, object is removed. There is some gap. There is some gap. Earlier, there is some object here. Now, it is not available. Some gap. Again, there is some object here that got deleted. Some gap happened. That some gap happened. Then once that sweeping is completed, then finally garbage collector will start compaction. Compaction nothing but adjusting the memory holes. Earlier there was a object in the space. Now that space is empty. When that space is empty, then garbage collector will adjust this object here. Then this is completely free space now. That is called compaction. Once the compaction is completed, objects memory holes will be adjusted with the existing objects and it will signal to the JVM, boss, I am done. मैं बाद में आ जाऊंगा. I am going now. I am going now. Then again threads will start the execution. So lot of story is happening in the background when the garbage collection is going to start. Stop the world, marking, sweeping, compaction. What is the meaning of stop the world? All the threads will be stopped. All the threads will be stopped. After stopping all the threads, what garbage collector will do? It is going to do marking. What is the meaning of marking? It will go to the heap area. It will identify which objects are eligible for the garbage collection. It will mark them. After marking is completed, garbage collector is going to perform sweeping. What is the meaning of sweeping? Clean up. Isko nikal de. Then once it has removed those objects, then memory holes will be created. Those memory holes it has to adjust. To adjust the memory hole, what garbage collection is doing? Compaction. What is the meaning of compaction? Adjust. Remove the memory holes, adjust that. After completion of the compaction, garbage collector will give you a signal to JVM, boss, my task is completed, you can continue. Then again, our threads will start the execution. After some time, again our cleanup activity will start. Then again garbage collection will come. Stop the vault. All threads will stop. Then again marking, sweeping, compaction. After compaction completed, give a signal to JVM, boss, my work is completed. Then again threads will start. After some time, again garbage collection will come. Stop the vault. Marking, sweeping, compaction. So garbage collection, whenever garbage collection happens, there will be a burden on the JVM. Why? Because all the threads will stop, it will mark, it will sweep, it will remove the objects, it will do the compaction. Again, it has to start the threads. There will be some delay in the program execution. Because of this reason, Sun Micro system did not give the chance for the programmers to start the garbage collector. If Sun Micro system has given the chance for the programmer to start the garbage collector, I will write system.gc for 20 times in the program. Then what will happen? 20 times stop the wall, mark, sweep, compact. Mark, sweep, compact. Mark, sweep, compact. Then what will happen? Execution will be delayed. Then what our competitors will say? Java is slow. Because of that reason, whenever you call system.gc, garbage collector will not come. This question also they will ask even They asked me this question in the interview. Ashok, we have system.gc. What is the purpose of that? System.gc is used to call the garbage collector. Will it start immediately when I call the system.gc? It will not start. Then why that method is available? After I have explained this answer, that person got shocked. Compaction, when it will happen? What is compaction? Yeah, he don't know that. He don't know what is compaction. Right. So majority of the people who are taking your interview also may not know everything, right? So when I explain this process, stop the wall, marking, sweeping, compaction. Then he asked me, when you can join? When you can join? How much you will pay? When he asked that question, when you can join? What is our next answer? कितना पे कर सकते हो आप? Right. So now do you understand why programmer don't have a control on the system.gc? Why programmer don't have a control on the system.gc? If Sun Micro system really allow the people to call the garbage collector, for every line, after every line of code, I will write system.gc. Then what will happen? Stop the wall, marking, sweeping, compaction. Then execute one line. Again after, stop the wall, marking, sweeping, compaction. One line will execute. My program will become dead slow. My program will become dead slow. After that, we will only complain, Arey, Java is not a good language because it is very slow. So to avoid such kind of problems, Sun Micro system did not give the chance for the programmers to call garbage collector, because garbage collection is not a easy process. Garbage collection is not a easy process in the JVM. 4 steps will happen when the garbage collector starts. What are those 4 steps? Stop the wall, marking, sweeping, compaction. What is the meaning of stop the wall? Stop all the threads which are running in the JVM. What is the marking? Check all the objects which are unreferenced. Check all the objects which are unreferenced. Then what is the sweeping? Clean up. What is the compaction? Adjust the memory holes, then give the signal to JVM. JVM is a boss. JVM is a boss. Garbage collector is a assistant. Boss will give the task to assistant. Assistant will complete the task, will inform to boss, boss, I'm going to clean. Yes, clean up. Then it will tell boss, cleaning completed. Stop the world, mark, sweep, compact. That's it. In the interview, they may ask you, which algorithm used by garbage collector in the Java? The name of the algorithm is mark sweep algorithm. What is the name of the algorithm? Mark sweep algorithm. Mark the objects which are eligible, then sweep the objects which are marked. That is the name of the algorithm. Garbage collector will use one algorithm. The name of the algorithm is mark sweep algorithm. What is the purpose of a mark sweep algorithm? Identify unused objects and remove unused objects. Good. How garbage collector works internally in the JVM. Garbage collection works in below phases. Stop the vault. When GC starts, it will trigger stop the vault. All running threads will be stopped for few milliseconds. GC will go to JVM heap area and it will identify unreferenced objects and it will mark them. GC will sweep marked objects. GC will sweep marked objects. After sweeping completed, memory holes will be created. In heap area. To clear that, GC will perform GC will perform compaction. That means it will adjust. It will adjust compaction. After compaction, what GC will do? After compaction, GC will give signal to JVM to continue the execution. To continue the execution. Good. Read this. What is garbage collection? Garbage collection is the process of removing unused objects or unreferenced objects from the JVM heap area. Garbage collection is an inbuilt process in the JVM. In JVM, garbage collector available to perform garbage collection. Garbage collector is a daemon thread which runs in the background. Okay, student class, finalize method. What is this? S1 is equal to null. After that object is used, I'm storing the null value. That means I am nullifying the object. Why I need to nullify the object? I am removing the link between the variable and the object. I am making that object as unreferenced object. Why I need to unreference that object? That object is eligible for garbage collector. Object is eligible for garbage collector. Can we call the garbage collector in the Java? Yes. How many methods are there to call the garbage collector? There are two methods available. What are the two methods? System.gc and runtime.getRuntime.gc. But can you guarantee garbage collector will start? No. Why? If the garbage collector start, you know the process, right? It is a lengthy process. Your program will become slow. That's why even if you call system.gc, there is no guarantee garbage collection will happen. Garbage collection will completely managed by JVM. How GC works internally in the JVM? Stop the world, marking, sweeping, compaction. What is stop the world? Stop the world means when GC starts, it will trigger stop the world. All running threads will be stopped for few milliseconds. GC will go to heap area and it will identify unreferenced objects and it will mark them for sweep. It will mark them for sweep. GC will sweep marked objects. After sweeping completed, memory holes will be created in heap area. To clear that, GC will perform compaction. It will adjust memory holes. It will adjust memory holes. After compaction, GC will give signal to JVM to continue the execution. Note: GC process will slow down our program execution. Hence, Sun Microsystem did not give the chance for programmers to perform garbage collection. It is taken care by it will be taken care by JVM. It will be managed by JVM. We cannot manage that. We can just call system.gc, but it will start or it will not start. We don't know that process. Even if you don't call it also, JVM will start that. You are sending a request, daemon thread, right? Even if you don't call system.gc, when your program is continuously executing, suppose let's take a web application. Web application will never stop. 24/7 it will be executing. So frequently JVM will call the garbage collector. It will come, it will remove unused objects. Good. Compaction, whatever the objects are available, they will move to one side and one side will be empty. One side will be objects. That is called compaction. All right. Yes, guys, can we have class tomorrow? Tomorrow I will take online class, guys. tomorrow can we have class from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. 2 hours, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. ठीक है ना? हाँ. No, online. Tomorrow we will learn generics, class loaders, enums, inner classes. There are very small topics only. Which okay, guys. So tomorrow we will have class from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. IST with the same Zoom link. Tomorrow class will be online class only. 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. IST online class will be available. Tomorrow we'll talk about generics. We'll talk about inner classes. We'll talk about enums. And we'll talk about class loaders. All right. Generics, inner classes, enums, class loaders. These topics we'll discuss in the tomorrow session. Okay? Good, guys. Tomorrow 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. IST we have regular class. Okay. .for. I will check it. I have not seen that. I will see that. Okay? Fine, guys. Thank you. With this, I'm stopping for that. Tomorrow we are going to connect from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. IST online. We'll talk about generics. We'll talk about inner classes. We'll talk about enums. We'll talk about class loaders. Thank you.